Welcome to the McCad Multimedia Series, a McCad analysis of John Locke's two treatises of government. No one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions. John Locke made this claim in his book Two Treatises of Government. Published in 1689, it asked what made government legitimate. To build his argument, Locke famously began by returning his readers to a theoretical, pre-societal state of nature when men lived under a different law, the law of nature. Locke argued that in this law of nature, man's first possession is himself, his own body, mind, and actions. He can gain further possession by mixing labor. If land is tilled and fenced off, it becomes yours because you've labored to create it. But if one person plows a field and another puts a fence around it, who owns the field, the fencer or the plower? In the state of nature, Locke explained, there is no authority and no law to bring order if disagreements occur. Some kind of authority is needed to avoid conflict. And Locke said humans need the adjudication this offers more than they need the perfect liberty of the state of nature. Imagine a soccer match being a total free-for-all. We can imagine his state of nature playing out on the field. A match is in progress, but this is no ordinary match. There are no set rules and no referee. It's a game played in the state of nature. Players keep their own scores and play by their own different rules. After a while, problems emerge. 3 players pass the ball up the field and another one scores. They all claim to have scored the goal, but the scorer thinks he's the only one entitled to it. These disagreements become frequent until everyone is stood around arguing and the game stops altogether. Everyone eventually agrees that they need a game with universal rules. They all sit down together, create teams, and draw up rules to make the game more orderly. They appoint an impartial referee to oversee the game and ensure the agreed rules are adhered to. John Locke's most important point in Two Treatises of Government was that this authority will only be legitimate when it arises from mutual consent of everyone who will be governed. In other words, governance is a service provided to the governed. John Locke believed that a more civilized society could then be achieved through natural rights rather than the divine right of kings. A more detailed examination of his ideas can be found in the McCad analysis.